Hello YouTube. I've been recently inspired by all the World War II reenactors coming back to YouTube, and I felt like I could contribute something. Sorry if you hear cars or anything, we're by the road right now. So anyways, today I'm going to be showing you how to weather your German Tunic. I'll be going over the supplies that you need and how to do it basically. Alright, so we'll get right into it without further ado. Basically, there's two methods that you can do this with. One is by using a heat gun. This right here is a heat gun that I bought from Amazon. It's Genesis brand, I guess. It's like 15 or 20 bucks, so it's pretty cheap. Or you can use a blowtorch. This is a Burns-O-Matic propane torch. It came in a set with the torch and the propane. I think it was like 25 bucks maybe from your local hardware store. I think Ace Hardware or Home Depot or whatever, they pretty much all have those. And then also the last thing you're going to need is a stiff bristle brush. Basically anything like this will work. It's I think I bought this at the dollar store, so too easy. Basically everything that you can, or that you need rather, for this process you can buy at a hardware store. So without further ado, let's get into it. This tunic that I am weathering today is a Kriegsmarine Coastal Artillery style M40 tunic made by Wehrmacht ES out of Spain. It's an excellent tunic and they weather quite nicely, so hopefully you'll be able to see that today. So basically the process of doing this is, in order to, I don't know if you can see it, but you see all the fuzzies, all that shit that's on there, you're gonna try and burn it off and then wipe it away with the brush, and then it will change the look of the weave and it will look worn down and old. Honestly, I recommend that basically everyone do this to improve your impression. It will make a bad tunic look good, it'll make a good tunic look great, and it'll make a great tunic look real. So basically you're going to just take your heat gun, I use it on the high setting, and turn it on, let it heat up for a little bit, and then you're just going to kind of run it back and forth over the wool. You see how it's turning brown. So what that's doing is just burning the nap off. And basically what I would recommend is go over the whole tunic with the heat gun, and you do it multiple times. It's almost like a coat of paint. And then, yeah, just run it back and forth to get the brown stuff on there. And I'm going to finish up the tunic and we'll be right back with the brushing part. Alright, so now I've gone through it and heat gunned once over the whole front side of this tunic now. If you notice, basically it's all looks brown and screwed up. You're definitely not going to leave it like this. Now is where the brush comes in, and this is a real simple, basically just go over it and wipe all this away. Also, note, don't do this inside, it's going to smell really bad. The smell does go away after a period of time, so don't worry about that. But you can see already after one go at it, the look of the wool is changing. I will show you a comparison. Oh, hold on. So if I brush some of this off, you can look at the unburnt wool right here compared to the burnt wool. You can see the change of it. It's going to change in color, it's going to darken it up, and overall make it look like it's been through combat, been worn quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and brush it all off, and then I'll show you the blowtorch method on the back. Another thing I forgot to mention is you really want to go hard on the contact points. So basically anywhere that the tunic would receive the most amount of wear, like places that you touch often or get a lot of contact. So especially up around the collar, you want to get that really well, and then up around the pockets, and then down the front where the buttons are and whatnot, and then the bottom, definitely you want to get that really hard, and then it'll make it look more real, as if it was actually used. So I'm gonna get it brushed off, and then we'll move on to the back of the tunic with the blowtorch. Alright, we're back now with the blowtorch method. Honestly, essentially, we're doing the exact same thing with this. I would say the heat gun is better for more direct, precise weathering. It's a lot easier to not go wrong with that. You can get a much more desired effect with that, but the benefit of the blowtorch would be it can be done faster, and also I would say the end result is probably better with a blowtorch, but not too much better than with a heat gun, depending on the type of weathering you're going for. For example, if you really want it to look banged up, like a Stalingrad impression or something like that, I'd say the blowtorch is the right move. But that being said, the blowtorch is a lot easier to fuck up, so you really got to watch how much you're going over the wool in order to not just burn a hole through it or just destroy the wool or any of that sort of thing. So I'm going to show you how to do that today, hopefully. So I'm going to turn my blowtorch on. And just like the heat gun, I'm going to go back and forth on the wool. Also, another detriment to this is that it does smell even worse than with the heat gun, so keep that in mind. But yeah, you want to just go really fast back and forth with it. Don't linger in one place for too long, or else you can burn a hole through it or just fuck the wool up. So yeah, you can see how much faster that was. I didn't even have to like stop the camera, but most of the tunic's already been burnt up. But also with all this, I usually go over, depending on how much I want the tunic to be weathered, I usually go over with either a torch or a heat gun, or like this, a mix of both. At least 2 coats, I guess. I go over it 2 or 3 times usually, in order to get it all, get the desired effect. So you see I'm gonna go back over the collar, especially, maybe the shoulder boards a little bit, and the sleeve. Go over this sleeve again. Alright, then I'm gonna go brush it off, and I'll probably go over it a few more times and then show it back to you when it's all done. Alright? Alright everybody, now this is the finished product for now, at least. I have gone over the tunic probably 3 times with a heat gun. I only did the back with the blowtorch. I'm not trying to go make this look super weathered. I want it to be more of a natural, just a little beat up, but not too bad. I think it looks awesome. Put an emphasis on the pockets, especially around the edges there, and then down the front you can see the basically all the nap is gone for the most part. See that? Yeah, looks super good in person. Like I said, I recommend everybody do this to their tunics. It just greatly improves the overall look of them. Yeah, honestly, here's the back of the tunic. There's obviously a lot more that I'm going to do this, like add all the insignia, and then I'll probably do some more weathering stuff to it, which I might videotape, I don't know. But I don't know if I said this, but I would recommend doing the weathering process before adding the insignia, because the heat can obviously damage, like if you're using Bevo or something like that, it'll just melt it. So definitely remove or do the weathering process before you put insignia on there. But I think it turned out great. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this. I feel like I have a lot to share. Let me know what you think, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you next time.